Brian Giles, he's a guy, let's talk about him. I always remember Brian Giles from watching baseball in the early aughts and playing really good baseball games like Triple Play Baseball. I wanted to give some depth to a player that was on my periphery back then. Some short backstory. He was drafted by Cleveland in 1989 in the 17th round and was known for his excellent plate discipline. His power numbers increased in AAA, which proved to be the last thing necessary for him to be brought to the majors. He also has a brother, Marcus, who played second base and was good. When Giles was on Cleveland, he, for the first 2 seasons he could be brought up, 95 and 96, was certifiably blocked by mainstays Albert Bell, Kenny Lofton, and Manny Ramirez. Giles did get his first chance in 1997, and he was solid. He didn't have to be the most amazing hitter on the team because he had friends on the team such as Jim Thome. Manny Ramirez was still there as well. David Justice was hitting excellent as a designated hitter, and Sandy Alomar was producing exceptionally as a catcher. In 1998, it was more of the same, with the same kind of padding and Lofton coming back. But Giles casually rocked the second highest qualified on-base percentage of the team, no big deal. And then, for some reason, he was traded to Pittsburgh. What was the trade? It was stupid. It was a 1-to-1 trade. Brian Giles for Ricardo Rincon. You never, ever 1-to-1 trade for a reliever. It's terrible, it's awful, and it's stupid, and yet Brian Giles was sent to Pittsburgh before the 1999 season. Okay, I can't move on just yet. I mean, look at these guys. Rincon compared to Giles. Rincon was good as a reliever. He was worth a 1.9 baseball reference WAR. Brian Giles is at 7.6. You'd never see this now, for any reason. But Cleveland needed a left-handed reliever, and Pittsburgh was in need of an outfielder, so ownership said, sure, let's do this. What could possibly happen? So what do you think Giles did? He casually became the best player on the Pirates by a lot. From 1999 to 2002, it was his team. He led his team in WAR by more than double. It was not even close. He was raking on an awful team, and in 2002, he put up, by far, the best year of his career. In 2002, Brian Giles finished with an on-base percentage over .450, which would normally lead the league if Barry Bonds wasn't spending his spare time terrifying pitchers and managers alike. Brian Giles was also 4th by OPS Plus with an impressive 177, which puts him slightly behind Manny Ramirez, Jim Thome, and Scary Man. Just an aside, do you know which player has, for their career, an OPS Plus of 176? Mike Trout. This is upsetting me because I don't want to lose baseball games and not see one of the greatest players of all time have their career shortened by stupid... After 2002, Giles cooled off a bit, getting traded to the Padres after having a still completely respectable season. The Pirates, by the way, got Jason Bay, Oliver Perez, and Corey Stewart, which was the player to be named later. His time with the Padres was very respectable. He led the league in walks in 2005, had a couple of postseason chances in 05 and 06, but his career ended unceremoniously with a horrid 2009 season where he posted career lows in just about everything before unsuccessfully making a comeback with the Dodgers and then deciding to retire. Now, the reason why Brian Giles is so interesting are the years from 1999 to 2005. So I just wanted to look and see what the best hitters were of that time period. First, sorting by OPS Plus, because of course I do. I used a minimum of 800 games played, so roughly 114 games or more each year to qualify for this. There are 133 players that are qualified with these constraints. Brian Giles is tied for 8th in OPS Plus at 151. He is tied with the likes of Gary Sheffield and Jim Thome. He is 4th in Major League Baseball in walks at 747. He is 12th, tied with Chipper Jones, with a 972 OPS. With 35.8 WAR, he is tied for 13th with Miguel Tejada, 6th in on-base percentage at 418, and 15th in slugging at 554. During that time, he was one of the premier players, but nobody ever knew who he was or what he did, and a lot of that can be chalked up with the fact that he played in very low expectation markets, such as Cleveland, or Pittsburgh, or San Diego. The last thing I want to talk about is his career on-base percentage numbers, because he was always known for being an incredible eye at the plate. So out of everyone in the American or National League from 1871 until now, there are 1,924 qualified careers. Brian Giles is number 54. He's tied with Larry Walker at an even 400 on-base per his career. His on-base percentage numbers are the top 3% of anyone who has ever played in the American or National League. That is what you would call elite territory, and he just kinda did it. And I think that's cool. Thanks for watching.